Good morning, doctor. My name is Koay, matrix number 281351. I'll be presenting BWRR 3123, Corporate Governance Group A, regarding on my individual assignment. First, the title of my individual assignment is a study on micron technology in United States regarding on its performance and its determinants. So first, I'll be highlighting the problem statement. The imposition of export restriction of American chip manufacturers such as Micron Technology by the US government has led to the increased scrutiny and security concern from the Chinese Cybersecurity Administration, resulting in a ban of Micron's product. This has subsequently negatively impacted Micron's revenue from sales to companies headquartered in China. There will be three research objectives in my research. First, to ascertain the internal or firm-specific factor that could have influence on Micron technology performance. Second, to identify the external or macroeconomic factors that could have influence on Micron technology performance. Last, to investigate the internal and external factors that could have influence on Micron technology performance. There will be three research questions as well. First, is there any relationship between the internal factors with Micron technology performance? Second, is there any relationship between the external factor with Micron technology performance? Last, is there any relationship between the internal and external factor with Micron technology performance? Literature review. ROA focuses on understanding the calculation methods and historical evolution on return on asset as a key performance indicator. Internal factors affecting ROA include asset utilization, operational efficiency, and the impact of capital structure on optimal performance. External factors influencing ROA encompass market conditions, regulatory environment, and the competitive landscape. The comparison of ROA with other ratios such as ROE is explored to assess its strength and limitation in evaluating overall company success. The synthesis of findings from these studies provide a comprehensive view of ROA, aiding in interpretation and application of these metrics for performance analysis. The study data were obtained from the yearly report of Micron Technology covering the period from 2018 to 2022. The relationship between the independent variables and dependent variables will be determined by applying the ordinary least square, which is OLS method. We can find the value of dependent variable by applying the multi-regression analysis and based on the value of independent variables. When assessing the influence of independent factors on dependent variables, regression analysis is frequently employed. Internal model correspond to the first research objective, which evaluate the internal factor that could have influenced Micron technology. The external model correspond to the second objective, and the internal and external factor correspond to the third objective. For descriptive statistic, the mean of ROA will be 0.1481. Standard deviation will be 0.1045. The mean of ROE will be 0.1964 and the standard deviation will be 0.1358. The standard deviation for current ratio will be 0.1951 and the mean will be 2.8131. The standard deviation for average correction period will be 7.8551 and the mean will be 62.6152. Standard deviation for debt to income will be 1.7698 and the mean will be 2.4779. For standard deviation of operating ratio will be 0.1250 and the mean will be 0.2708. For standard deviation of operating margin will be 0.1311 and the mean will be 0.2981. For CG index, its standard deviation will be 0.3443 and the mean will be 0.7536. For macroeconomic factor, inflation rate for its standard deviation will be 2.7842 and the mean will be 3.620. And the standard deviation for interest rate will be 1.7730 and the mean will be 1.850. Standard deviation for exchange rate will be 0.054 and the mean will be 1.138. For employment rate, its mean will be 4.940 and the standard deviation will be 1.9113. For GDP growth, its mean will be 3.780 and the standard deviation will be 2.3478. Lastly, For industrial production rate, its mean will be 0.7536 and the standard deviation will be 0.0344. For correlation coefficient between ROE and ROA is 1.0, which shows a perfect positive linear relationship. For debt to income ratio, with p-value of 0.057, it shows a negatively significant correlation with ROA. For operation ratio, with p-value of 0.002, it shows a positively significant correlation with ROA. Operating margin with p-value of 0.004 shows a positively significant correlation with ROA. The rest are the factors that are not significant to ROA, which their p-value is greater than 0.1. Current ratio, average correction period, CG index, inflation rate, interest rate, exchange rate, employment rate, GDP growth, and industrial production rate. For ANOVA, the internal and external model, the key predictor identified in the study are the industrial production rate, inflation rate, and ROE for the semiconductor sector. The F ratio value is highlighted as 859,886, indicating the model's ability to successfully adjust prediction by accounting for the recent error. For model summary, internal and external model, only 3 significant contributed to Micron's technology financial performance or ROA, and they are industrial production rate, inflation rate, and ROE, resulting in an adjusted R-square value of 1.0, which is 100%. An adjusted R-square value of 1 implies that the model perfectly explains the variability in the dependence variable ROA. Coefficients in internal model, average correction period and CG index are not significant to ROA, while operation ratio is greatly significant to ROA. In external model, inflation rate, GDP growth, and industrial production rate are not significant to ROA. By conclude, the external variable alone, it will not influence the performance. In internal and external model, return on equity ROE is the only independent variable bring impact to the dependent variable. Upon examining in the independent factors collectively, the outcome indicates that each of these variables bears significance for the dependent variable, which is ROE. The dependent variable or ROA is therefore influenced or impacted by these external and internal independent variables. Discussion results. R-square value highest in the combined, which is internal and external model, followed by internal model, and lastly, external model. Strong evidence supporting that the internal and external variable collectively have a greater impact on Micron's technology performance compared to the individual models. Debt to income shows a large negative correlation with business performance. External factors like industrial production rate, GDP growth, inflation rate, and ROE has a substantial impact on Micron's technology return on asset ROA. Cross-examination points that ROE as having the most significant impact on Micron technology performance. 3 independent factors, ROE, operating ratio, and operating margin positively impact Micron's technology performance. Throughout the study, it comes up with 4 recommendations. First, capital structure optimization. Micron is advised to resize its capital structure, reducing reliance on debt to achieve an ideal debt to equity ratio. This move aims to enhance ROE, communicate stability, and appeal to investors. Second, asset turnover ratio enhancement. Optimal asset turnover is highlighted for strategic asset utilization. Micron should focus on reducing surplus inventories and improving production processes to increase sales per dollar of assets, subsequently boosting ROE. Third, investment in research and development R&D. Emphasize for maintaining Micron's leadership in the semiconductor industry. Innovation is crucial for product differentiation, market share growth, and increased product prices, positively impacting ROE and overall profitability in the long term. Last, operational efficiency. Recognizing the direct impact of operating efficiency on profitability, Micron is encouraged to enhance operational effectiveness, a crucial component of ROE. That's all for me. Thank you.